State Board of Internal Revenue with a new appointee. Governor Wike consequently appointed Chibozo Aolu to take over from Noreth as the CEO of the State Board of Internal Revenue. Aolu's appointment is contained in a statement by the Secretary to the State Government, Tammy Danagogo. Danagogo stated that the appointment of Chibozo Aolu takes immediate effect. The Rivers State Executive Council has approved the award of 2 contracts for the construction of 2 additional flyover bridges in Port Harcourt City at the cost of 12.4 billion naira. The Rivers State Executive Council gave the approval at its meeting that was presided over by Governor Nyesom Wike at the banquet hall of Government House, Port Harcourt. Commissioner for Works, Eloka Tasia Amadi, who briefed newsmen after the meeting, said the approval was sequel to 2 memos his ministry presented to the council on the need for the construction of the flyovers.
2 contracts which is bigger for the construction of 2 flyovers. One of them will be at the intersection of Uloba-Sanjo Road on Aba Port Harcourt Expressway. That bridge will be about 800 meters long. The other bridge will be constructed at the intersection where you have on Ikwere Road, where you have Uloba-Sanjo and Azikiwe roads, and that will be about 1 kilometer long. Both projects will come at a combined cost of about 12.4 billion. The ministry considered it necessary to propose these projects because for the water lines for the Port Harcourt Expressway Bridge, we observe that with the construction of the Rebisi flyover and the soon-to-be completed GRA flyover and Rumola flyover, you will have a lot of traffic between those 2 points. Consequently, we will have a bottleneck at the junction of Aba Road and Uloba-Sanjo, which we all call Waterlines Junction. So we propose that to take care of that problem which will arise.
On his part, Commissioner for Information and Communications, Paulinus Interim, announced that beginning from March 1st, the state government will commence another phase of commissioning more projects.
To properly give the urban renewal program of this administration the desired impetus, the 2 flyover projects and water lines and the one that will be located at Ikwere Road are properly designed by this administration to make transportation easier than we met it. So we are sending the signal out there to people to now see that Rivers State is set for business. Rivers State is open for business. We are also pleased to announce to the general public that beginning from the 1st of March 2021, we'll begin the next phase of commissioning of projects. This will cut across road infrastructure, health, sports, and education.
The trial of 4 dismissed police officers accused of murder and torture of late auto mechanic Chima Ikwanodo and 4 others has continued, with one of the victims appearing for cross-examination. At the resumed hearing, Ifeanyi Onyekwere, who spoke from the witness box, insisted that the arraigned 4 police officers tortured him and his colleagues, which led to the death of Chima Ikwanodo. Onyekwere also insisted that they made a statement at the E-Crack unit after the death of Chima Ikwanodo following their arrest in December 2019, contrary to the testimony of the arraigned officers. Correspondent Uchendu Ejowo reports that the trial judge, Justice Florence Fabrisima, after listening to the witness, adjourned till the 26th of February and 12th, 29th and 30th of March for continuation of hearing. In the same vein, Justice Sika Henry Aprioku of the Rivers State High Court sitting in Port Harcourt will on the 3rd, 4th and 5th of March commence the cross-examination of witnesses in a criminal matter involving one Promise Thompson and 3 others. Justice Aprioku gave the adjourned date after prosecution counsel Okwebu Chikuigwe, representing the Rivers State government, informed the court about the absence of the chief witness in court. Thompson is alleged to have stolen a baby at gunpoint together with Lucky Nwakama and Queen Chisom Lucky, and later sold the baby to Beatrice Ogunka at the sum of 200,000 naira. It will interest you to know that the trial judge had last year summoned the Rivers State Commissioner of Police, Joseph Mokon, to appear before it and produce one Sergeant Amanze Dike and other officers at the state CID who were part of the investigation team to explain reasons for granting administrative bail to Beatrice Ogunka without an order of court. In another development, a media expert has called for the complete independence of the Nigeria Broadcasting Corporation, NBC, for a level playing field for media operators. Austin Sado, in an interview with correspondent Priye Izogu, said the appointment of the Director General of the NBC should be taken away from the purview of the presidency. Sado, who is also a lecturer in the Department of Linguistics and Communication Studies at the University of Port Harcourt, called for the democratization of the media to create objectivity and neutrality to build high level of public trust in the media industry.
The commission involved in control of that ought to be completely independent. And by that, we feel that the NBC as it is today, through its operation and appointment of principal officers of that organization, is faulty. If we need to move ahead with a balanced or a plain level field for media operators, which will be beneficial to the public, then the appointment of the Director General has to be completely taken away from the presidency, and therefore there has to be a public trust where the appointment has to be completely in the hands of those trusts through the Senate that will clear them, and they will be responsible to that public trust. If we do not do that, given the enormous influence of money, some persons with very much large financial chest, if you like, could dominate the media.
Major stakeholders in the recycling industry are calling on government at all levels to invest and create policies to further improve on waste management in the country. Chairman and Publicity Secretary of the Nigerian Institution of Environmental Engineers in Port Harcourt, John Ugbebo and Prince Cyprian, said the government should improve on their waste monitoring teams, good waste proposal sites and recycling plans.
Yes, I think Nigerian and the River State government in particular have to key into this. There must be a monitoring team who will ensure that these plastic wastes are not thrown into the drainages, and more canals should be open so that it can take care of the flood within the Port Harcourt metropolitan. Yeah, and good waste disposal sites and the recycling sites should be open.
And also will also go into the issue of conscientizing, making available flyers, information around, passing the information through the mass media, through the social, media. They have made even the environment, they've made it worse than we inherited.
On his part, an expert in recycling industry, Kelo Chukwogu, called on the government to encourage investors in the recycling industry to improve the sector.
Still boils down to the government being focused on providing the wherewithal, the cover and everything for that to be done. Policies as well as ways to encourage those who are doing it, incentives for those who are actively doing what's good, and so that would get a lot more people into it to do recycling, to do.
You're listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. After the break, more news, foreign and sports stories. Stay with us.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today 95.1 FM.
Welcome back. You're still listening to the World News here on Today 95.1 FM. It's 9 minutes after 7. The Senate has asked President Muhammadu Buhari to declare a state of emergency on security. The Senate made the call following a point of order by Senator Sani Musa, representing APC Niger East, on the abduction of students and staff of the Government Science Secondary School in Kagara, Niger State. The senator said security agencies had explained that they were on the trail of the criminals. The Senate demanded the implementation of its ad hoc resolution on security and urged the combined team of military and police to set up an operation to destroy criminal camps across the country. Senator Musa said the fact that the bandits have invaded Niger State was an indication that the safety of lives and properties of the residents of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, is being threatened. The president of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, described the kidnap of the students as unfortunate. Meanwhile, former military head of state, retired General Abdusalam Abubakar, has warned that if nothing is done to address the growing tension in the country, it might lead to a point of no return. He said the recent ethnic attacks happening in some parts of the country is unfortunate, as it is fanning the embers of disunity and anarchy, with incidences of insurgency, kidnapping, banditry, and robbery.
We appeal to the citizens of our dear country who have borne so much pain and suffering to remain resilient and patient. Thousands of our people are homeless and refugees across the length and breadth of their own country. We know the difficulties that our farmers have faced in the last few years and that the harvest will be a serious challenge this year. Therefore, let us all rally together in these hard times, make the required sacrifices and remain vigilant, standing by one another. Thirdly, the chief security officers of the various states to please seize their swords, tone down their rhetoric, and take full responsibility for managing the divergent voices and frustration within their states.
Niger State Governor Abubakar Bello has ordered the immediate closure of all boarding schools in the bandit-ravaged areas of the state. Governor Bello gave the directive during a meeting with heads of security agencies in the state at the government house following the Kagara school abduction. The governor said their action is necessary to save the lives of the students.
Until we bring them back to their families. We are therefore appealing to all Nigerians to continue to pray for the safe return of our wives, fathers, daughters, sons. We need the understanding and cooperation of Nigerians at these trying moments to unanimously condemn all acts of criminality, banditry, and kidnapping with one voice. We also appeal to the general public to provide information that will assist the government and security agencies towards the rescue of the victims. I have also directed that all boarding schools within Rafi, Marika, Shuru, and Muya local governments to be closed down with immediate effect until further notice.
Armed men attacked government science school Kagara in Rafi local government area of Niger State. According to reports, the gunmen started shooting sporadically, killing one student and abducted several others. The House of Representatives have screened the newly appointed service chiefs by President Muhammadu Buhari. Chairman, House Committee on Defense, Babajimi Johnson, in his opening remark, said national security has been a major concern of both chambers of the National Assembly. Speaking at the special plenary session, Chief of Defense Staff, Major General Loki Irabo, and Chief of Army Staff, Major General Ibrahim Atahiru, while listing their visions as security chiefs, said they will offer a professional armed forces that is effective, result-oriented, and loyal to constituted authority.
Visions are meant for institutions and not for individuals. But of course, as a military commander, I intend to have a leadership focus and philosophy and applying the broad areas. And to this, I intend to see a very professional armed forces, an armed forces that is effective, an armed forces that is agile, an armed forces that is result-oriented, and of course, that is loyal to constituted authority. Here, the details of what I intend to implement when I'm confirmed will be made known to this committee. Let me also assure the National Assembly that I will provide the right leadership for the Nigerian Army in these very trying times of our nation's history. I want a Nigerian Army that is repositioned to professionally defeat all adversaries in a joint environment. Emphasis will be particularly on whole of government approach and whole of society approach, where each and every Nigerian will be part of the security architecture to bring an end to our current problems. We'll be an army that will be innovative. We have innovative leadership into the 21st century.
On their part, Chief of Naval Staff, Rear Admiral Awal Gambo, and Chief of Air Staff, Air Vice Marshal Oladayo Amao, also shall assure the House Committee on Security of their commitments when confirmed as security chiefs.
Cooperation, commitment, knowledge and skill of all officers, ratings and civilian staff of the Nigerian Navy, and my goal is to optimally harness this for the benefit of the service and the nation. If confirmed as the Chief of the Naval Staff, I intend as my vision to leverage on all factors of national location, technology, training, teamwork and synergy to re-energize the Nigerian Navy and enhance her as a well-motivated and ready naval force in the discharge of our constitutional mandate and other tasks in fulfillment of national security objectives.
I have turned out my focus to enhance and sustain critical air power capability required for joint force employment in pursuit of national security imperatives. We're focusing on doctrinal development and application of air power in joint military operations, purposeful training and human capacity development.
And now to the foreign scene. Under-Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs, Mark Lowcock, has announced an initial rapid allocation of $15 million from the UN Central Emergency Response Fund in response to the concerning Ebola outbreaks in Guinea and the Democratic Republic of Congo. AFP reports that this is the first time Ebola has been recorded in Guinea since the last outbreak ended in 2016. The outbreak in the DRC is in the same area as the 10th Ebola epidemic that claimed more than 2,000 lives from August 2018 to June 2020. Lowcock said the funding will help DRC and Guinea respond to the outbreak and support neighboring countries to prepare. On entertainment, popular Nigerian singer Davido, the Feminist Coalition Group, and tech expert Olubenga Agbola have made the 2021 Time 100 Next. According to Time magazine, Time 100 Next list is an expansion of their flagship Time 100 franchise that highlights 100 emerging leaders who are shaping the future. The femme singer was selected in the Phenoms category alongside stars like Amanda Gorman, Charlie D'Amelio, Regis-Jean Page, Anya Taylor-Joy, Niger Huston, Sydney McLaughlin, Britt Bennett, Olivia Rodrigo, among others. Also, Damilola Odufwa and Odunaya Eweni, who were both founders of the Feminist Coalition and a member, Feikemi F.K. Abudu, were spotlighted by the Team magazine for their role in the NSAS protest. Another Nigerian who made it to the list is co-founder and CEO of Flutterwave, Olubenga Agbola. And now to sports. FIFA President Gianni Infantino has arrived in the Islamic Republic of Mauritania. This is his first stop on an itinerary that will see him visit FIFA member associations in several African countries, along with heads of state and African Union chairperson Felix Tshisekedi over the coming days. Upon arrival, the FIFA president was welcomed by the president of the Mauritanian Football Federation, Ahmed Yahya. Infantino later traveled to the Stade Municipal de Nouadhibou to officially inaugurate the venue, which was featuring a new artificial turf pitch that received FIFA forward support. Now to end the news, here's a summary of the major stories. Governor Nyesom Wike has replaced Adoge North with Chibozo Aolu as the acting chairman of the River State Board of Internal Revenue. The River State Executive Council have approved the construction of 2 new flyover bridges at Waterlines and Ikori Road, both in Port Harcourt. We also told you that the Niger State Governor, Abubakar Bello, has ordered the closure of all boarding schools in the state until further notice. And on the foreign scene, you heard that the United Nations has released $15 million emergency fund to tackle the Ebola virus disease in DR Congo and Guinea. That was the news as edited by Victor Eziama. For comments and inquiries, please call 0818-389-2850 or send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. You can also read our stories on www.todayfmlive.com. Do not forget, you must take responsibility. Do so by washing your hands frequently with soap under running water or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Avoid touching your face in high-contact surfaces to prevent the spread of coronavirus. I am Annie Abdusalam. Have a great morning.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Talk radio.
I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Emeka, biko, bia.
What is it?
How come Chukwudi, that guy, Chukwudi, how come he's making more sales than us? And we are in the same line of business, eh?
Relax. Cool down.
Are you sure he's not using something? Eh? Ask him so that whatever he's using, we can use it.
I'll do something.
I'll meet him.
I'll meet him. He's my brother. Calm down. Chukwudi, biko. What is that thing you are doing? I'm your brother. What is that thing you're doing? Look at your shop now. It's always busy.
Look, my friend, it is very simple. I don't tell you this thing before, but you know the
I am willing to go anywhere, any length. Just what is it you are doing? What is the secret?
It is very simple. See, just take your business, okay? Take your business, go to Today.9.1fm for adverts, and you go experience change.
Chukudi, stop this joke now.
I tell you, because now, as we talk so, their rates don't drop.
Chukudi, are you being serious?
I did tell you.
Where this man go, sef? Oga Chukudi, want buy something new? Oga Chukudi.
Who dey here? Who dey collect money? Chief can face you come now.
I dey come. Emeka, I need go now. But don't forget though, Today95.1 FM. Carry your business, go give them, and you will see change.
Yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best.
Chukudi, Dalu, thank you very much.
Biko, be family.
Thank you.
Mother-in-law and I are like 5 and 6. And our Gile game, it's copy and paste. But when it comes to our favorite milk, we're so different. My mother-in-law loves her pig-filled milk because it's low in cholesterol. And I love my pig full cream milk because it's rich and creamy. And that's why I buy both. So choose your pig today.
Pig. Reach for your pig.
This is Today 95.1 FM. To copy this tune, press 9.
This is Today 95.1 FM.
For current news and information, press 5.
They are politicians, all of them. They know what they do.
So they know how they attack each other.
To stay connected all day, press 1.
The person who raised the alarm is the one who made the public know about
Good afternoon and welcome to the World News on your Premium Talk Radio station.
We are your premium talk radio station, Today 95.1 FM, the station with a unique dial.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
This president's failed.
It's about the future of this country.
We're going to take it back.
You asked us to vote you into that position so you can bring about that
solution.
So when you vote me, then you sleep.
Let me see if I can take another phone call. Hello, Today 95.1 FM. Good morning.
What makes a policeman to be able to feed is the gun he is holding. They use their gun to extort money from people.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
No longer news that we are truly the voice of the people.
Am I not a slave in Nigeria?
I refuse if you are.
You're a slave. Let's not get to that now. So the Nigerian constitution. Rob is philosophizing.
You spot the difference now?
They're saying that the explanation given by the military was not enough to say that he saved up to buy those houses or to buy. Man, let me just quickly get your thoughts here so that we throw that into the opinion program. I think I have a picture of what Fayose looked like on that day and what he was saying from that caption. It's not just giving him a certificate. We must see the
consequential order must be obeyed first, as to even those who have not attended law class. That place is.
This is where it comes from.
So why don't we start that first? You have that angle open now. Nothing is holding you from doing that now.
You look at it and make sure and understand that restructuring is what Nigeria needs.
Today's quest from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. Catch Annie on this frequency, Monday to Friday.
That is absolutely their position. Respect the law. Now the question will be which law?
Today's quest, a sure way to start your day.
Because he hasn't really done anything here.
Yes.
Because both parties are contending.
I'm Chiwendu calling from Imo State.
My name is White calling from Bayelsa.
Hello, yes, this is Udwa calling from Akwa Ibom.
My name is John calling from Obama.
Shamaka calling from Abia.
This is Toya calling from Bayelsa. I'm Divine calling from Port Harcourt.
With over 8 million listeners glued to this dial, why not take advantage
Showcase your product
and services to the world with rates that wouldn't break your bank?
Visit us at number 1 Today FM Drive off East West Road, Rumekini, Port Harcourt.
Give us a call today on
0803 35 57 986 or 0810 128 2937.
We are your number 1 talk radio station. Today, 95.1 FM. Voice of the people.
Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
It's that time on radio. Let's take you into the life and times of men and women who inspire, role models who have shaped the world.
Ambrose Folorunsho Ali, born 22nd September 1929, died 22nd September 1989. Ambrose Folorunsho Ali was a Nigerian medical professor who served as executive governor of the defunct Bendel State, now the states of Edo and Delta, between 1979 and 1989. Ambrose Ali was born in Idoani, Ondo State, on 22nd September 1929. In his childhood, he moved between Okaudo, Ekpoma, Owo, Efon-Alaye, Benin City, and Asaba, where he completed his secondary education in 1948. He attended the School of Agriculture, Ibadan, and the School of Medical Technology at Doyo Hospital, Ibadan, where he gained an MBBS. He served as a house officer at the Adeoyo Hospital from 1960 to 1961. He went to the United Kingdom for a postgraduate course in neuropathology at the University of London from 1961 to 1966, gaining a DC pathology degree. Later, he studied at the University of Birmingham from 1971 to 1972. He was a lecturer at the University of Ibadan from 1966 to 1969 and was senior lecturer at the Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria from 1969 to 1974. From 1974 to 1979, Ambrose Ali was professor of morbid anatomy and head of the Department of Pathology at the University of Benin, Benin City. Following his academic posts, he was elected the governor of Bendel State and later founded Bendel State University, now Ambrose Ali University, Ekpoma. Many campuses in Ekpoma, Abraka, and Asaba were established during his tenure. However, with the creation of Delta State by the administration of General Babangida, the university became 2 universities, namely Delta State University, Abraka, and Ambrose Ali University, Ekpoma, posthumously named after him.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Mother-in-law and I are like 5 and 6. And our Gile game, it's copy and paste. But when it comes to our favorite milk, we're so different. My mother-in-law loves her pig-filled milk because it's low in cholesterol. And I love my pig full cream milk because it's rich and creamy. And that's why I buy both. So choose your pig today.
Pig. Reach for your pig.
Never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA. We are charting the direction for maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. face rejuvenated service. Nimasa, changing the tides in your favor.
The biggest thing the world needs right now is love. Yes, love helps with a lot of situations, and love helps to make things feel better. Yes. So I hope you enjoyed celebrating Valentine, and I hope that the love is still flowing beautifully. Welcome. This is Nimasa in Focus. On this program, we love to talk to you about the maritime sector, telling you things you need to know in case you would like to invest in that sector, in case you would like to have a career there, or in case you just want to know what is happening in the sector. This is a program to listen to because we take you along, we carry you along, and show you what you need to know. It's brought to you courtesy the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA. NIMASA is the number one agency when it comes to regulating the maritime affairs here in Nigeria. So, what do we have for you today? I'll be telling you shortly. My name is Cordelia Obe. I'm your captain. I'm your guide.
This is NIMASA in Focus.
Now, 2021 has settled in and it looks like a generally better year in prospects than the preceding year. Now, we should all continue to adhere to social distancing guidelines, maintain good personal and environmental hygiene, as well as avoid large gatherings except where absolutely necessary, as COVID-19 remains with us. So now, let's look through some of the things we have on the show. Remember, we bring you stories locally and internationally, covering areas ranging from government policies affecting the industry, maritime security, business opportunities, and much more. Let me quickly remind you of that. So, let's do a quick recap of what we had last week. That's the way we do it on the show, in case you're listening for the very first time. Last week's program, we considered how NIMASA is playing a pivotal role in the implementation of a regional strategy for maritime safety and security in Central and West Africa, in light of the recently held virtual meeting between NIMASA and the Interregional Coordination Center, ICC, as well as maritime industry stakeholders in the Gulf of Guinea, GOG.
The Deep Blue asset includes 3 special mission helicopters, 2 special mission aircrafts, 2 special mission vessels, 17 interceptor vessels, and then we have 4 unmanned air drones, we have 16 armor tanks, and then we have a C4I center. All these assets, they are interconnected. They gather data, share the data, and then share the information among the users.
Also brought you news on the meeting between the NIMASA Director General, Dr. Bashir Jamo, and the Turkish Ambassador to Nigeria, Melih Ulueren. This held in Abuja, during which the Turkish Ambassador appealed to the Nigerian government and NIMASA to ensure the speedy rescue of the seafarers recently kidnapped on board MV Mozart in the Gulf of Guinea. Finally, we brought you a report on news from the International Maritime Organization, IMO, and the industry-led Neptune Declaration, which calls for seafarers to be designated as key workers and for cooperation to end the crew change crisis affecting global maritime. Now, what do I have for you today? This week's program, we'll be sharing with you the working visit by the NIMASA Director General to the Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and the fallout from that meeting. We'll also bring you an up-to-date report on the fate of the Turkish crew of the MV Mozart, which, as we reported previously, was attacked by bandits off the Gulf of Guinea maritime area a few weeks back. In news from the International Maritime Organization, IMO, we will highlight the efforts being undertaken by the body to curb the illegal international wildlife trade. And on our focus segment, we'll be speaking with Engineer Akban Bassi, who is a Chief Maritime Engineer with NIMASA. We'll be looking at the subject of vessel detention, infraction, and release. At this point again, I would invite you to please sit back, relax, and enjoy this cruise with me. This is NIMASA in Focus.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased to address you on the occasion of the launch of Nigeria's revised marine litter and microplastic action plan developed by NIMASA in cooperation with all relevant stakeholders. The COVID-19 pandemic had an unprecedented impact on our lives and the maritime sector and the seafarers. It has also delayed the implementation of many important policies and plans. However, it has also shown us that the world depends on rich ocean environment and international trade provided by shipping cluster. The protection of ocean is vital to ensure a healthy planet. Shipping, as one of the major users of the ocean, will always be at the heart of future sustainable growth, both at the sea and the shore, supporting an inclusive and sustainable ocean economy to underpin the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. Sustainable shipping means that shipping activities must be balanced with the safety of life at sea, the long-term health and diversity of the oceans, and the conservation of the marine environment.
That was the voice of the Secretary General of the International Maritime Organization, Mr. Kitak Lim, stating his support for NIMASA's Marine Litter Action Plan as an important initiative towards promoting sustainable shipping practices. I'm sure you would agree that it doesn't get any better than that when the head of International Maritime takes time to specially commend the efforts of NIMASA. So, a very big cheers to the agency and its Director General for the efforts in continuing to raise the level of Nigerian shipping. And in more news, the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has called for improved certification regime for both skippers and better regulation of the operation of non-convention vessels that operate in the inland waterways of the country. Governor Sanwo-Olu made the call while receiving the Director General of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, Dr. Bashir Jamo. He was on a working visit to the governor. He said an improved utilization of Lagos waterways will go a long way in easing the traffic congestions on roads in the state. The NIMASA DG had informed the governor of the desire of the agency to effectively collaborate with the state in the areas of capacity development to improve maritime regulation, thus promoting the blue economy, which has the capacity of creating wealth for the nation. Governor Sanwo-Olu noted that the training and certification of operators of non-convention vessels operating on inland waterways is key to improving safety of operations. While noting that the state government is close to delivering 15 new jetties and terminals to enhance waterways transportation in Lagos, he called on NIMASA to consider partnering the private sector for a more effective regulation and certification of small boat operators. In a follow-up to a story previously reported on the program, it has been announced that 15 Turkish sailors kidnapped by pirates last month in the Gulf of Guinea have been freed in Nigeria and they will head on home. That's good news. Speaking to Turkish state TV broadcaster TRT Herba, Levent Karsan from the Istanbul-based Bodin Shipping, operators of the affected vessel, said the sailors were all in good health in Nigeria and will be brought to Turkey in the coming days. You may recall that the Liberian-flagged container ship, the Mozart, was headed to Cape Town from Lagos when it was attacked 160 kilometers, that's 100 miles, off Sao Tome Island maritime reports showed. Although details of the release have not been disclosed, we previously reported that the NIMASA Director General, Dr. Bashir Jamal, had given his assurance to the Turkish ambassador to Nigeria, Melih Ulweren, that NIMASA would do everything possible to ensure that the crew would be released unharmed. Now let's bring you some news from the International Maritime Organization, IMO. As is the case of other goods being carried by sea, much of the world's illegal wildlife trade is transported on board vessels, underscoring the need for IMO's involvement in the fight against this illegal activity. At a webinar on Asia Dialogue on Responses to Wildlife Trafficking in Maritime Transport, Josephine Uranza, IMO Regional Coordinator, Regional Presence for Technical Cooperation in East Asia, highlighted the efforts being undertaken to curb illegal wildlife trade, which is once more on the rise as trade restrictions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic ease. In addition to coordinating with other agencies working in this field and raising awareness of illegal wildlife trade via tools such as webinars, Uranza emphasized the role that the IMO Facilitation Committee, FAL Committee, was playing in tracking this issue. Following a proposal from the government of Kenya, the committee agreed to develop guidelines for the prevention and suppression of the smuggling of wildlife on ships engaged in international maritime traffic. The work of the IMO was welcomed by other speakers on the panel, who pointed out that a regulatory inducement to combat illegal wildlife trade would provide the necessary incentives for global adherence to best practice. There was also consensus that greater cooperation and cross-border information sharing is integral to the enforcement of any regional anti-trafficking regulation, as is stronger support from private companies along the supply chain as well as governments.
NIMASA, Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency. For Oponga shipping registration, no. NIMASA, commercial shipping, no. NIMASA, maritime labor, no. NIMASA.
The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, the nation's maritime watchdog, established to promote maritime safety, security, and commercial shipping. NIMASA is well positioned and committed to take the development and standardization of Nigeria's maritime industry to greater heights. NIMASA, promoting safe and secure maritime environment.
This is NIMASA in focus.
If tomorrow is Judgment Day, say, mommy, and I'm standing on the front line, and the Lord asks me what I did with my life, I will say I spent it with you. If I wake up in World War III, I see destruction and poverty, and I feel like I wanna go home. It's okay if you're coming with me. It's alright. If I lose my fame and fortune, and I'm homeless on the street, oh Lord, and I'm sleeping in Grand Central Station, it's okay if you're sleeping with me. us back. We stay young through each other's eyes. And no matter how we get on, it's okay as long as I got you, baby.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA. We are charting the direction for maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are NIMASA. New face, rejuvenated service. NIMASA, changing the tides in your favor.
On our focus segment this week, we'll be speaking with Engineer Akban Bassi. He is a Chief Maritime Engineer with NIMASA, and the subject we're looking at is vessel detention, infraction, and release. Welcome to the program. Give us a brief on what infractions could lead to the detention of a vessel.
Vessel infraction talk about the deficiency found during post-state inspection campaign. Usually we board various vessels, so many vessels, and we inspect the vessel according to international convention, the IMO conventions. And we found some deficiencies. So some of the deficiencies are detainable, some are not detainable. Most of the detainable deficiencies are those deficiencies that cause unnecessary risk to the vessel, to the crew, and to the marine environment.
What is the process for securing the release of a vessel that has been detained?
When the vessels have major deficiency, detainable deficiency, the vessel is detained, and we ask the captain or the master to rectify the deficiency before the vessel can sail off.
Now, could you give us an example of a vessel currently under detention?
Okay, this container vessel that called into our ports is a foreign vessel. During the process of post-state inspection campaign, we inspected the vessel and we found out that the vessel has about 13 deficiencies. And out of that 13 deficiency, 3 of those deficiencies were detainable. So we issued the master a detention order. An example, when we went down to the engine room to inspect, the vessel auxiliary engine, that is the generators, were leaking badly. This might result to fire. So that's why the vessel was detained.
Thank you very much. Engineer Akban Bassi is a Chief Maritime Engineer with NIMASA, and we've been talking about vessel detention, infraction, and release.
NIMASA, Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency. For Oponga shipping registration, no. NIMASA, commercial shipping, no. NIMASA, maritime labor,
The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, the nation's maritime watchdog, established to promote maritime safety, security, and commercial shipping. NIMASA is well positioned and committed to take the development and standardization of Nigeria's maritime industry to greater heights. NIMASA, promoting safe and secure maritime environment.
Time for some maritime facts. Now, did you know? At any given time, there are around 5 to 6 million containers that are loaded on ships and sailing the world's oceans. This is just one of the amazing facts about ocean freight transportation you might not be aware of. Did you also know that approximately 2/3 of all container ships have no means of communications whatsoever with an OTI, that is, Ocean Transportation Intermediary, aside from the captain's radio while they are out there on the open sea? Whoa. So what happens if the radio goes bad? Well, for more information, you could visit the NIMASA website to know more about NIMASA and the maritime sector. You could also follow NIMASA on all her social media platforms. They are all at NIMASA Official. At NIMASA Official. I'm talking YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You could also follow the DG NIMASA on Twitter. He is at Jamo Bashir. At Jamo Bashir. And it could be quite interactive too. But always remember, schedule's very busy and response will come at the right time. My name is Cordelia Obey. I'll be leaving you, but to come back same time next week, other things being equal. But remember what I said at the beginning of the program. Love is crucial. We need to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. It will make life a lot easier. See you next time and keep believing. Bye-bye.
If I should die this very day, don't cry, cause on earth we wasn't meant to stray. And no matter what the people say, really no matter, I'll be waiting for you after the judgment day. 'Cause your love is my love, my love is your love. It will take an eternity to break us up, and it's in the promise can't hold us.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA. We are charting the direction for maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are NIMASA. New face, rejuvenated service. NIMASA, changing the tides in your favor.
This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people.
So it's 52 minutes after 7, and you're listening to Today 95.1 FM. I have a representative, Tari, from Endless Properties and Development Limited. So, Tari, right? Your name is Tari?
Yes, my name
okay,
is
good.
Tari.
So, Tari, you are representing Endless Properties and Development Limited. What's Endless? Endless?
Yes.
Endless, right? Because I'm saying X there.
Yes.
So it's actually pronounced, spelled ENDLEX.
Correct.
Okay. I should think yours Endless.
No.
Okay, so Endless Properties. What are you all into? What's your firm into?
Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another beautiful time and Valentine promo with Endless Properties and Development Limited. We're into lands, we're into housing, we're into construction. We're the people that you've been hearing about that makes a whole lot of Port Harcourt people landowners and house owners.
Fantastic. So why are you here?
Okay, I'm here to still emphasize on the Valentine promo that has been on.
Mm-hmm.
With the high demand from Today FM fans, we have extended it till Friday. This Valentine
That's tomorrow.
Yes.
That's tomorrow.
This Valentine promo has been extended to Friday. Buy any land from our estate with a discount from all the prices. And don't forget, we have installmental payment. Don't forget, if you pay upfront, you have a deep freezer for yourself. All this is because of the love in the air.
Wow. So where are your estates located and their prices?
Okay, we have fabulous estates right now selling so fast. Our Bethel Estate Airport Road. This is opposite River State Football Academy. Opposite River State Football Academy. Still opposite UST Extension. Imagine you having a house opposite a university. Imagine you having a house opposite a River State
Football
Academy. Imagine you having a house close to the airport. There is nothing you cannot do without the land. You can build for students. You can build for company. You can build to have fast food, whatever you want to build on the land will sell. And this land before today was 900,000 naira. But because of the Valentine promo in the air, we're giving it out as low as 800,000 naira.
Wow.
We also have our Golden Estate on Magwa Road, opposite Salvation Ministries University, besides Dangote Company. Imagine you having a land where you've built your house opposite these industries. Then you're a big woman. Then you are a big man. This land before now was 1.5 million naira, but right now, for today till the promo ends, we're giving it out for 1,300,000 naira. We also have our Bethel Estate, Igruta. This is 2 minutes drive to the airport along Airport Road, a table land, fantastic neighborhood. It was for 2 million naira, but right now we're giving it out for 1,600,000 naira. And our Golden Estate, Eneka, this is next to none. Is going for as low as 3 million naira. We have our Royal Estate. This is in Dubai in Port Harcourt. We emphasize it. This is Dubai in Port Harcourt, where you get a land here in a serene environment, very comfortable, trackable distance to Tank Junction, trackable distance to NNPC quarters. Imagine the caliber of people you will be seeing every day when you're going to work. And this land is going for as low as 7 million naira. Don't forget, we have installmental package. And our office is at number 49 Old Abai Road, opposite the Mimi's Motors, besides Redeemed Church, Rumubiakani, here in Port Harcourt. You can call Sister Rita on 081 357 61259. I take it again. Call Rita, our customer care, on 081 357 61259, or call me Tari on 080 838 68117. Call me Tari on 080 838 68117. You can also call our GM on 080 378 98547. Call our GM on 080 378 98547.
All right, fantastic. So what type of land documents does your company give?
Okay, and Lex Properties and Development Company, we are really keen about documents, because whoever that is in possession with the documents of a land is automatically the owner of that land. So we make sure we give you the survey plan duly registered. We give you deed of conveyance duly registered in court. We also give you the C of O and allocation letter, because all our estates, all the plots on our estates are allocated. So whichever one you choose, the allocated number will be on your letter, certifying you that you are the owner of this particular land.
All right, then. So you said that you have an installment package. People can actually pay in bits?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's have your contacts again, Shed. Where can they reach you? Where is your office located, and who can they call?
Okay, Endlex Properties and Development Limited is at 49 Old Abai Road, opposite the Mimi's Motors, besides Redeemed Church, Rumubiakani, here in Port Harcourt. You can call our customer care, Sister Rita, on 081 357 61259. I take it again, Sister Rita, on 081 357 61259. Or you call me, Tari, on 080 838 68117. Call me, Tari, on 080 838 68117. There is also opportunity for you to call our GM on 080 378 98547. 080 378 98547.
Terry, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Okay.
And this is where we wrap up segment. Stay with us, and at the top of the hour return, newspaper review will come up in just a moment.
Has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
things are changing so fast. The global economy is about to experience a major shift. Some jobs will become outdated, some business models will no longer be functional, and so many persons are going to lose their jobs, adding to the unemployment rate already in Nigeria. This is the time to think outside the box. Are you financially prepared to take on the inevitable changes that will occur? Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joy Beke, a business developer with the Century 21 Freedom Group International, and we are currently running a campaign called the La Buena Vida, aka the Good Life, which is a great initiative aimed at allowing you live a good life. The La Buena Vida has a system, the support and the structure, which enables it to render services such as helping you generate funds for businesses and projects, access discounted and free lifestyle packages globally, own your dream house through the La Buena Vida e-blog channels, and more. Don't just sit down there and hope your life gets better, because hope is not a business strategy. Now, we cannot work with everyone because we have limited slots. So I'm going to list out the category of persons we'll be working with based on the problems you can help them solve. 1. Do you have a plan to start up a business? Pick up your phone and text yes to us. Do you have a business that you would want to expand? Pick up your phone and text yes to us. Do you need to raise capital for whatever smart project you have in mind but have not been able to raise the required fund? Pick up your phone now and text yes to us. Do you have only one source of income and would want to increase it? Text yes to us now. Do you want to own your own house? Text yes to us now. The La Buena Vida has a functional working plan on ground that will help you raise the funds you need in a period of time you choose. So we challenge you to deal with your cash flow problems today by allowing us help you. Want to know how the La Buena Vida can help you raise funds? Text yes to
0706 612 5202. 0706 612 5202. Again, 0706 612 5202.
Now, limited slots are available, so only the first 20 persons to text yes to us will be attended to. Text yes now to
0706 612 5202. 0706 612 5202. Again, 0706 612 5202.
Text yes, 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 to
0706 612 5202. 0706 612 5202. Again, 0706 612 5202.
Let us show you how you can make money. Text yes to
0706 612 5202.
The La Buena Vida has a functional working plan on ground that will help you raise the funds you need in a period of time you choose. So we challenge you to deal with your cash flow problems today by allowing us help you. Want to know how the La Buena Vida can help you raise funds? Text yes to
0706 612 5202. 0706 612 5202. Again, 0706 612 5202.
Now, limited slots are available, so only the first 20 persons to text yes to us will be attended to. Text yes now to
0706 612 5202. 0706 612 5202. Again, 0706 612 5202.
Text yes, 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 to
0706 612 5202. 0706 612 5202. Again, 0706 612 5202.
Let us show you how you can make money. Text yes to
0706 612 5202. 0706 612 5202. Again, 0706 612 5202.
God bless you.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Property business. Odibola, now we be baba.
My Port Harcourt people, this na the Odibola Invest and Travel to Dubai promo 2021. Yes, sir. With just 1,550,000 naira only for live gate layout or 2 million naira only for quiet heaven layout phase 2. You go qualify to travel with us. Go flex for Dubai inside the month of June 2021. Chai! Waiting you they wait for? Just buy one plot of land for this layout them. And instanta, you qualify to travel go Dubai with husband material of Wazobia FM. Reward Pekin and the number one comedian of choice inside River State, the advisor. The land day or Magua and Ipo for Equatorial local government area, River State, with approval from Greater Port Harcourt City Development Authority. This now Bonga experience where you no go ever forget. Dubai with a come one. Our office address there for the Bola House, in the William City Layout, off Tombia Extension, JRA Phase 3, Port Harcourt, River State. For more information, carry walk go on top of www.odibolaproperties.com. Call Lisa on 07062641169. Visit our sales point at any Market Square Shopping Center. This work is supported by Real People's Foundation.
Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
This is Today 95.1 FM. To copy this tune, press 9.
This is Today 95.1 FM.
For current news and information, press 5.
They are politicians, all of them. They know what they do.
So they know how they attack each other.
To stay connected all day, press 1.
The person who raised the name is the one who made the public know about
Good afternoon and welcome to the World News on your Premium Talk Radio station.
We are your premium talk radio station. Today 95.1 FM, the station with a unique dial.
Today 95.1 FM.
Morning.
Good morning.
My name is Ifeanyi. I'm calling you. Hello?
Yes, Today 95.1 FM. Good morning.
My name is William. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
All right, William from Port Harcourt. Go ahead.
Talk radio.
You have a right to say no, right? All right.
I'm calling from Unipua.
Okay, thank you so much from Unipua.
We are the station that needs no introduction. Of course, you know, we give the best in news, sports.
You like football, right?
Entertainment, politics. In fact, call it talk.
Yes, we know there's a lot you want to hear, and that is why we talk about everything.
Talk radio.
We're right before you. It's just a dial away. This is your number one premium talk radio. Today, 95.1 FM, voice of the people.